Hey there and welcome back to the channel. Today we're still going through the Blackheath High School past paper. So let's get straight into it and go through the rest of these questions. Okay, question 12. In her exam, Manreet got 16 marks out of 20. What was her mark as a percentage? So now, our previous question was conversion, and now we have another question on conversion. Except this time we're going from fraction to percentage. Why fraction? Because Manreet got 16 marks out of the available total 20 marks. So it's indeed a fraction we're looking at. But then how do we turn this into a percentage? Well, we simply take this fraction, 16 over 20, and we multiply it by 100 over 1. Same thing. Any number over 1 is the same thing as that number. So 16 over 20 times 100 over 1. This should bring it into percentage format. Because remember, the whole in percentage world is 100%. So 16 over 20. How can we work this out? Well, first we can cancel down this vertical column here. We can take out the common factor of 4 because 4 goes into 16 4 times and 4 goes into 20 5 times. Then we can cancel across this diagonal using the common factor of 5 because 5 goes into 5 once and 5 goes into 100 20 times. So if we clean this up, now we have 4 over 1 times 20 over 1, which is very simple. Multiply across the numerators and across the denominators, and we have 80 over 1, or simply 80%. That's how we work this out. Okay, now for question 13, we see yet again we have, at least for part A, another question drawing upon our understanding of fraction to decimal to percentage conversion. And that's why it's so important that we understand this for our exam. So we see the sign in the shop, 25% sale, so 25% off all marked prices. But part A, explain why 25% is 1/4 or 1 over 4. Why is that? Well, if you understand what we've just been talking about for the previous questions, fraction, decimal, and percentage conversion, this shouldn't be too hard. And the reason is because we understand that in percentage world, the whole is 100%. So this 25% is simply 25% of 100%, or 25% over 100%. But then this allows us to form a fraction because we have 25% over 100%. We can take out the common factor of percent. We can take out the percent sign in each number in the numerator and denominator. And now we're simply left with 25 over 100. And then if we cancel this down, so let's leave our working for the examiner so they know exactly how we're thinking about this. 25% over 100%, 25 over 100. Then we take out the common factor of 25, giving us 1 over 4, right? And this leads to 1 over 4, which is 1/4. So that's how it works. Understanding in percentage world, the whole is 100%. And 25% over 100% can be cancelled down to 1/4, 1 over 4. Okay, for part B, Sandra chooses a pair of jeans marked at £48. How much did Sandra save by buying them in the sale? So here, we're not working out how much she spent, but we need to work out how much she saved. Very important that we don't miss that. So to work out how much she saved, we can do two things. Number one, we can work out how much she actually spent and then simply work out the difference between the marked price and how much she spent. Or we can do it a bit quicker and simply work out how much she saved first time round by working out the savings. Because if you're getting 25% off all marked prices, then your savings 25% for every single marked item, right? So we can work out how much she saved by simply working out 25% of £48 first time round. Now we know the magic word of simply means times. It means multiplication. So we have 25% of times 48. And we already know 25% is equal to a quarter. We just worked that out. So here we have a quarter times £48 or 48 over 1. And we can cancel across this diagonal. 4 goes into 4 once and into 48 12 times. So this is going to be £12 in savings. And now for part C, we have how much will she actually have to pay for them in the sale. So we started off at £48 as the marked price. We're saving £12. So overall, we're actually going to pay £36. So 48 minus 10 is 38. 38 minus the remaining 2 is 36. So we're actually going to pay £36. Okay, so for this question, we are now dabbling into probability. Another topic we need to understand for our 11 plus maths exams. So part A, if you throw a fair die 36 times, how many 3s would you expect to get? Well, how do we do this? Well, let's first think about the probability of rolling a 3 on a fair die. Well, on a die, or a dice, we have 1 3. From the numbers 1 to 6, we have 1 of each of those numbers. So 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, and 1 6. So out of the 6 faces, we have 1 3. So 1 out of the 6 faces. So the probability of rolling a 3 would be 1, that's our criteria, over 6, the total number available. Criteria, or number that fit our criteria, over total number available. So 1 over 6. Now, if we throw a fair die 36 times, we can work out how many 3s we're going to get by multiplying this probability by 36. So we're testing this probability 36 times by rolling it or throwing it 36 times. And now we're in familiar territory. It's simply fraction multiplication. And we simply are going to cancel or simplify across this diagonal using a common factor of 6, because 6 goes into 6 once and 6 goes into 36 6 times. And therefore, the answer is 6. We should expect to get 6 3s. Okay, and now for this part B, we have a couple of parts to this answer, but let's try and go through it step by step. First, we have to fill in this tally chart based on the numbers that Natasha got when she actually threw a die 30 times. So let's fill in this tally chart, making sure we don't make any silly mistakes. That will be the main thing to watch out for here. So we have a 3, then we have a 4, then we have a 1, a 6, a 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 4, 4. Okay, that's the first row done. Then we have 5, 6, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 1. Again, no point rushing through this. You don't want to get it wrong. 5, 4, 1, 6, 3, 5, 6, 4. Okay, done. So we're going to put in the frequencies, and to check this, how are we going to check that we didn't make any mistakes here? Well, one way is by adding up the frequencies, and it should add up to 30. So we'll make sure it does when we fill it in. So here we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have no 2s. Interesting. Then we have 5 3s. We have 5, 6, 7 4s. We have 5 5s, and we have 5 6s. Let's add it up. 8, 5 is 13, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. Okay. So, do you think her die was fair? Well, we could say no. And it's not only about our answer, but it's about the explanation behind the answer. So an easy way to explain no, or to justify our answer, is to say this die can't be fair because no 2s were thrown. Right? We had a 0 frequency for 2s. And we could even add on when the expected frequency is 5, right? Because we have 30 rolls, and the probability of rolling a 2 is 1/6. So 1/6 times those 30 rolls should give us 5. So we should be expecting 5 of each number. And we got 5 for quite a few, which maybe could be part of an argument for why this dice is fair. Maybe if we rolled it more times, then the numbers would align more closely with this 1/6 probability. But again, it's all about how we justify our answer. We could say this dice is not fair because there were no 2s, not a single 2 was thrown, when really the expected frequency is 5. We're expecting 5 2s out of 30 rolls. Okay, so that is all for today. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you're the first to know when the next video is released. And on that note, I will see you all next time.